Hello. Whew. Man. He was there. I saw Starmoles. It was a heck of a stream on Wednesday. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. But Germdub didn't either. I was rewatching all the the videos to trim them down. And like the first thing he says, like, yeah, I might have about an hour left of Mario Maker for tonight. And then I proceed to keep him, hold him hostage for 2.5 hours. You were there. Hi, YouTube. It's weird when someone talks to you in a YouTube video. I'm gonna make sure all my YouTube videos from here on out, I'm just going to start addressing Al. Yeah, I edited it down to just the funny bits, and then I further edited it down from there. Condensed it into the finest quality content possible. All right. So here's what's up. We are going to build a whole new room tonight. Tonight's the night that we're building a new room. 100,000 channel points to be addressed. The 100,000 channel point situation is crazy. All right. So, one of the biggest things I've been wanting to do is, of course, the Infinite Pit. I'm not sure exactly how this is going to work geographically. Uh-oh, boy. Well, I may as well just not start, huh? May as well just sit here and wait for shenanigans to kick off. No, it's in the hub zone. There is going to be a tower that is basically going to be Pit of 100 Trials. We're going to lay it out a little bit differently, so not all rooms are going to be identical like they are in Pit, where it's just the exact same room with a slightly different set of things thrown in. Ah, the Swift A. So I'm thinking like every 10 rooms is a floor. The whole of many difficulties. I'm currently calling it the Tower of Trials, but I'm thinking it'll go two ways. There will be two versions. Is that already a thing? I don't know. So there will be an actual in-game one that stops at, say, 100. So it'll be like you do maybe 5 or 10 rooms, and then you go up a floor, and the aesthetics change slightly. 10 rooms, go up a floor, do another 10 rooms, go up a floor. And each room will have a kind of layout of choices on direction, like which door to take. And I want to do something kind of Hades-esque, where you can see what kind of reward you might be getting. So if you want to fish for items or coins or whatever. And then maybe big items would be things like a partner. Will there be fish? I mean, I guess there's got to be fish. Actually, I was thinking of making a fish be kind of the, what is it? What is this trope? What is this trope? Hey, Willow. There is this, like, I don't know, like a character that shows up to provide healing / shop in weird places where it doesn't make sense for there to be a actual town, inn, and shop. Bug Fables is the one that comes to mind. The flowers of Venus are sprouting all over the place, and wherever you go, they will charge you a small fee and heal you. I guess Thousand Year Door just has a block with a heart in it, and it charges you money. So you hit the block, it deducts coins, and fully heals you. And I was thinking a fish could be an interesting character, because there's a spot in the first little mini dungeon that would make a lot of sense for you to get interrupted by a fish there. And it would be kind of a running gag character. And I think the game needs lots of running gag characters. Anyway, so every small room, you get a choice of like, oh, well, if I take this path, my reward for the next room will be coins. If I take this path, my reward will be some item. No evil Dobbs? What do you mean? Most useful resource I've encountered in learning Godot. I'm a very hands-on learner. For me, it's 100% been like, okay, I'm gonna make, the most straightforward. I'm gonna make Pong. I'm gonna make Breakout. Gonna make a pinball machine. I'm gonna make Ball Catcher Pro. Ball Catcher Pro was my most useful resource for learning Godot, because I knew what I wanted. I want a solid object that I can move around, and a bunch of solid objects that appear over the course of 30 seconds. Yeah, that's the idea, Al. It's like he's just weirdly in all sorts of weird places. And it's just always maybe it's always the same fish. The thing I'm thinking about is like he's bringing water from a healing spring, and the only way that he can provide this service is by spitting it straight in your face. Mostly because I want to have Cat be the annoyed character for the early game. Like, kind of very being dragged along on an adventure, and so kind of has to be the butt of a lot of jokes like that. Like getting squirted with water. Because the first one's free. So that's the idea of like introducing you to the concept, is you get this free healing and a little funny scene. I think a possum could make sense in chapter 3, so it's possible. Armadillo's more likely. Need to decide if an armadillo would make for a good enemy as well. Anyway, Tower of Trials, 100 rooms, choice of rewards per room, albino possum. How about that? Either that, or if not a choice of rooms, then it's like at the end of a room you get to choose from categories of rewards. Some kind of mean banana, maybe? Rewards will be intermittent, like maybe every midpoint. It could be mean. Every 5 floors you get a little mini treasure, and then every 10 floors you get a big treasure, which would be like a partner or a major unlock ability. the analog in TTYD is the spring jump boots or the ultra hammer, those kind of things. Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. So that's the idea for the tower. So what we're going to need is, to start with, just a room. We're going to make a simple room, then slap on some easy little towery textures with it. And code-wise, we want to have probably some kind of class that manages the current progress, keeps track of what floor you're on, what room you're on within that floor, maybe even a prize pool, so that, I don't know, maybe that's necessary, maybe not, but also handles deciding what enemies you're going to be fighting and what prizes are going to be available based on the current floor. We'll get the frog. We'll get the frog at some point. May or may not have a dress. May not be a dancer. I was thinking she's more of a singer than a dancer. And a shrewd businesswoman. All right. So let's get started. Oh, and then of course floor. Final room 100. That was a fun animation. I'm glad you like it, Willow. That's from Papers, Please, which is a very grim video game about paperwork. Final room will of course be a big grand boss fight for a unique reward. So that's the tower that's set up for within story mode. However, there will be an alternate version, which I'm thinking is either completely separate or is somehow the same thing but different. It's like a shifting tower. We'll explain it away, but basically it's infinite. It just keeps going forever. You never reach the top. It's all about seeing how far you can get. That throws in some interesting stuff, because what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to be able to buff enemies as you proceed. So the further you go, the stronger the enemies will get. Hey, casual. Also, something that I saw in Infinite Pit that I really like, and I am totally going to just straight up steal, is dynamic mini-boss enemies. That's all right. That's all right. I mean, you don't even have to watch the whole stream now, because we have the thing, the edited version. Stealing is encouraged. Yeah, there you go. So you don't even have to watch the whole stream, because that was just the good parts. It's like, if you're hungry for more, you can watch the VOD and have like the okay parts and the bad parts. Willow, every game I've ever made is stolen. Ball Catcher Pro, that was just one of the arcade machines at Chuck E. Cheese from when I was growing up. Yeah. All right. Let's do this. Let's actually make it. Where does this live? It's not chapter 1. It's not, I guess it's kind of hub. I guess it's hub. It's gonna be weird. One Charles Entertainment Cheese. It's good job, Dabble World. That's true. Dabble Worlds is 100% original. We are making a special map, Casual. We are making basically Pit of 100 Trials from Thousand Year Door. So we are going to create a new folder, and 00 is our code for Hub World, Hub Zone. And it's gonna need some scenes. Not this one. No, skip that one. This one's all right. This one's got a bit of an Earthbound vibe. Like that little bass. You hear that? Not the trumpet. The trumpet is very, like, MIDI trumpet, very synthy, shrill. But that right there... There's a little bit of a little bend. Boom, 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 boing. I love it. Earthbound was a good game. This isn't Earthbound music, FYI. Oh, we should listen to Undertale music just all night. Okay, so then we need create a new scene. Let's see, do I have any other musics? Let's see, Quest 64 music kind of stinks. Some of it's okay. Let's see here. Boom, boom. What should we do, Willow? What should we do? Sorry, Day. Bad video games only. Oh, we should ride the bike, huh? We should ride the bike, huh? Great. Cool. All right, hold on. I'm gonna try something really dumb. I haven't gotten this thing out in ages. Does this even have a charge at all? Absolutely not. It does not. Well, then I guess I need to charge it. What, USB-B? You'd have to buy them with your hard-earned money. So I have a Steam controller that I never use. It's a hand-me-down. And very briefly, I used it for actually browsing my computer from a distance, like when on an exercise bike. And I should probably consider that at some point. I'll have to charge that for next time. Hey, thank you for the follow, but things are about to get dumb for a bit. How are we going to be productive from the bike at all? No, you're good. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay. So. It is, in fact, derailing the stream. Okay, so here's the idea for the Tower of Trials. One idea that I'm going to lift straight from Infinite Pit TTYD mod is mini-bosses. So the mini-bosses that they've got, they're basically just scaled up regular enemies with more health, slightly more attack damage, and importantly, a new move, which lets them summon their regular counterparts. So for instance, you might get a giant Goomba that instead of doing like 1 damage, maybe he does 3. Instead of having 2 health, maybe he has 8. So I mean, you know, still easily, you can take him out pretty quick. And then after, like, one of his random attacks would be summon a pair of regular Goombas. And that's it. That's the whole thing. How to code a visual novel. In Godot? Huh. I don't know how videos work in Godot exactly. So I'm assuming that what you have is a big folder full of video files. Currently, each video file is the initial version of a scene versus the subsequent version of the scene for when you loop back. She gets a lot of joy from it, it's true. Oh, okay, so they're flat. Oh, that makes it probably easier, honestly. So let's see here. So you want clickable regions as well. Okay. So in Godot, everything is a scene. Like, what we're looking at on screen there, this little landscape with the windmill and the plains, that's a scene. But also, the windmill on its own is a scene. The fence post is a scene. The texture that is applied... the light is a scene. Scenes can be collections of other scenes. So it's a whole folder structure. Very, very Linux-esque. Very Unix-like. Every node is just called a scene, even if it doesn't have anything. Code can be attached. One block of code can be attached to a scene. So what you would do it as a 2D scene, a control scene, I guess, maybe would be the way to do it. Slap your image on, and let's see, what do you throw on that? Coding language, Godot. What language is Godot in? The most relatable, I'd say, is Python. So Godot lets you just slap an image onto a screen. Godot lets you throw a button on, and you can connect code to a button. You can create a global state in the form of something called an auto-load. So auto-load would keep track of your flags, like has player seen such and such. And so what you can do is every room, let's call them rooms, is you take your, let's say you get to the computer room, your little block of code is attached to that room, and it just says, if player has been to computer room before, play this infinitely looping audio track. You know, the I've been here before music. If not, play this other one. And then you can even connect a signal that says when this one ends, then play the looping audio instead. And then for your buttons on there, you can say if this button is available when they click on it, then go ahead and take them to this scene. Like unload the current scene and load the new scene. And that's it. That's basically it. That's all you need, is because you have images, you have audio. So at the bare minimum, you just need to be able to figure out how do I create two separate scenes and buttons on them that I can click to travel between them. Buttons that you can click to travel between them. Once you've got that functionality in place, then it's just a matter of, okay, now when you initially get to a room, play some audio file appropriate to that scene. For what you've got, I don't even think you need to worry about having an in-depth, super maintainable system even. Like, you can hard code in every single audio file in there. How do you make? That's a good question, Casual. How does one make? Alright, getting a little bit overheated up here. It was a warm day out. Yeah, I mean, Godot is a fine system to learn. The thing is, the first time you get into any game development system, you are going to do things in really weird ways, and anyone who's familiar with the software will be scratching their head wondering how you came up with that as your solution, and that's okay. Like, just go ahead and get the mistakes out of the way. Make the most terrible games, because you have to make those first. You have to get them out of the way. Just do it. And don't even worry about having good ideas. Do not bother making really good ideas. I went out of my way not to make Dabble Worlds for years, because I was like, I like this idea. I'm gonna save it for when I'm a little bit better at game development. Same with this game, Dabble Tales, aka Paper Robot, aka I don't know what the final title is gonna be. It's like, now I have managed to make games in several different game engines. I'm extremely comfortable with just like whipping together a project if I know exactly what it needs to be. I now have enough cross skills to be able to do the audio editing, the texturing, the modeling, and of course the coding that comes with the career path. Count to 10, then the game closes. There you go. Someone paid $99 to put that on Steam. Yeah, I've now got the familiarity with the Steam process of getting a game actually published on there. Oh, almost there. Less than a minute left. And then we're back to it. Listing a game on Steam is not cheap, but you get a lot of features with it. You get the platform, which is great. There you go. I don't think visual novels particularly need much in the programming department. It really is, unless it gets really in-depth. Most of what you need is just buttons, clickable buttons that change what's on screen, and that's it. Okay. Oh. Get out of here. Can this be fixed? It's unsolvable, unresolvable, insolvable. Dabbling, you say? Let's see here. Trial room. Nothing is unsolvable. You may be surprised. Did I ruined it? All right, trial room, go. There it is. Wow. Gave you all too much power. All right. Oh, it's all right. Everyone does. Addicted. Unbelievable. Let's do a symbol block. Don't believe in bicycles. Just don't exist. That's true, that was a thing for a while. And then it wasn't. Hey, Slav. There it is. Boom. Trial room. So you will probably enter from the side. There will be a monster somewhere in this room. You will fight him. And then treasures will be available. No, then a treasure box will appear somehow. Like, not right on top of you. Maybe it'll push up from the ground. And you can pop it open to get either an item, a module, or money. Long ago, I had a redeem where if you redeemed it, then I would donate $5 to a specific charity. No, it wasn't. It wasn't about the cost, really. It was more, I thought it might send a bit of a wrong message of like, oh, look at me donating to charity and making my stream all about like bragging about that. And I was like, you know what? This isn't a good image. There was, and now I just like take good suggestions instead. Okay, so we'll want to do back wall. That's weird. That's weird that he didn't. I don't understand that at all. It's really weird that he didn't. Classic automation game. All right. Light. We need a light. We're going to copy the light from room C, I think. And the directional environment. Wow, there it is. Which way is that light pointing? I cannot for the life of me tell. There we go. The extra life thing. My interests. That's true. Germdove does not really care for a Final Fantasy. What he loves, though, is Super Mario All-Stars. Could I instead block this out and do... Alright, I need to check how I did this in room... Oh, it was a late room. L. Not L. M. Yes, actually, M. Well. What is this? This is ground. Oh no, it wasn't this one. Oh, maybe it was room E. Yes, look at that fancy curved system going on here with the ground. Yes, this is it. This is the system I wanted to check. It's this minus this. If we could have cute little birds fly out of the windmill. Why would birds fly out of a windmill? Oh, yes, there will eventually be small little details of life everywhere. Let's do larval. There we go. Yeah, cute fun things. The problem is that cute fun things are going to take some time. We need to get the features working first, and then we can add so many cute fun things. There is a clip in the intro trailer. Wait, oh, sorry. Asking about video games. Wait, what was the extra life thing? What is the extra life thing that is congruent to my interests? Small butterflies. You will not click on things. You can make a list. That would actually be pretty nice. So I need a CSG box. Can I just change the type of... I'm not going to change the type of this, but I am going to... See, like, what I want to do is, like, install some windows here. So it's going to be like this. It doesn't actually matter how high up it is, how tall it is, anything like that. Doesn't matter one bit. As long as it vaguely matches this, then we're set. Okay, so then we can hide this and show... No, we can't, huh? Didn't think about that. There's the box. Oh, that's a big copy paste. Fundraiser. Okay, it is just... Okay, got it. Transform. Put it there. And now stretch this way up. Oh, what about Glover? Let's get the Glover OST. When are we getting Glover in Smash? Because that's something that no one will ever ask for, but might be amazing? Maybe? Maybe? Okay, so we start with this. And it's just a wall. We can give it a texture, and that's fine, but now we add below it a CSG polygon. How do we do this? Okay, we make sure that is operation subtraction. Okay, there we go. So that's going to do this. Where did I don't know where this is, and now I have to go to this. Nope, nope. What is going on? What is going on? This is probably not at all what I want. Let me edit things, please. There we go. Okay. Understandable casual. Okay, so how do I add to? Is that possible to do? Is that... Okay, so that is a window. Not a very great one, but it's a window. It's like it's fine. Okay, but the point is it's not an actual window. So when I go into it, I will not actually be able to jump through it. It's purely visual, which is important. Wow, that's Glover music, all right. Boy, Glover music is a real treat. Okay, so let's just give this a texture real quick. Where's our block texture? I don't even know where that is. Is it this? Oh, there we go. That'll work. Thank you. So now we can duplicate this. Duplicate. Doopster. Wow. Okay, I think that looks fine. It's a test texture. Doesn't need to be better than that. You can't jump through it. We get a little bit of shadow. Oh, what if we had the shadow coming from the other side? Light streaming in is a cool idea. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Okay, I like that a lot. Okay. Let's see here. Change this to 0.5 and this to like 7. And then this to like here. That is true. I remember that. I remember those days. Let's see, but now I actually do want to scale appropriately here. Like that. Yeah, I kind of just archive channels instead of outright deleting them. It's much easier. See, this is, you know what? I think it would make more sense now. But can I add a, probably not. Okay, so let's take this, scale it to 0.25. Because what we need is, we need to leave room for a door. Are we gonna center the door completely? You know what? I think we are, actually. How about that? Right there. We're just not gonna let the player see the top of this zone. So as long as this is a triplanar texture, it's gonna line up just fine without any worries about clipping. Cosmetic feature ideas. I mean, if once we get to that point, yeah. That's just gonna be a long, long time. Okay. Left tab. Left wall back. Left wall front. That's true, and then sometimes I remember them. Left wall upper. It's a magical time when that happens. Scale this to 6. Yeah, we gotta go 6, obviously. Okay, we're gonna go 5. Yeah, that was a learning project, similar to Ball Catcher Pro. The heck is this music? Let's get the light further down. And then we want to have one of these. But careful on the positioning there. That needs to be like here, and we can actually go here. Very nice. This I will even scale to double. Give it to the next scene. Okay, that's fine right there. Next, this, and this need to be grouped under a new node. Like that. And then that can be duplicated into right wall, and that can be do I want to scale it? Dupa did the floss, that's true. We learned a lot that day. All right, cool. And we've got our right wall, left wall. That's gonna be the structure of the room. With a monster inside, which is gonna spawn somewhere closer on the right side for the most part. There will be some kind of backdrop And the backdrop is going to be based on which floor you're on. So we're going to have a list of backdrops that we can turn on and off. And it'll be interesting and cool. So let's see here. This is back wall. So that can go, oh wait, no, but I can't actually. I need to make a folder for back wall. This one is the solidity. This is the not solidity. Boy, this just keeps going. Boy, they really liked that little sound bite, huh? No, that's not a good backdrop for this game, unfortunately. Let's see here. What's a weird game from the Super Nintendo N64 era that we could just throw in here? Yeah, it will be based on height. So like the first floor will be, you'll see like the base of trees, and then, well, actually you'll be kind of underground in the first floor. Yeah, that's the general idea. And I'm thinking for Infinite Tower, it's gonna get weird. Like you'll go up to one floor and now you're underwater. So it'll be like, where are you? Abstract, doesn't matter. You're in the floor that has the underwater. Stop questioning it. Oh, let's do Gex 64 OST. See, that's the one we need. Gex 64, Enter the Gecko. Yeah, an icy section, the usual. All right, now we're gonna need a non-positioned node, and this is gonna be called the Trial Manager. This is gonna be the one we're gonna attach our script to. Let's see here. So we're going to attach a script, and we're going to put it in Trials. Now, how this is going to work, I'm not sure exactly yet. We'll figure it out. All right. We can get a basic backdrop started though. Backdrops, and then we'll add to that floor 1. And then that will in turn contain this stuff back here. Let's just grab those, paste them there, boom. That's now we got floor 1 right away. That's not really what it's going to look like. One thing, you can't see that. But we can edit it in real time. Now I feel like it's a little too high. Yeah, that's not a great example, but that's the general idea. Is that there will be some kind of backdrop. It's all going to be procedural for both main mode, for both the built-in story mode that has 100 set levels and the infinite mode. They're both going to be procedural. The difference will be kind of the reward system. All right, so we need, what do we need? We need to have a system. Okay, here's something. Currently, field enemies. Oh, I guess we need some kind of wall here. Field enemies do not currently. There we go. Do not currently relate to any specific fight. Actually, I guess we should have another one of these too. Gate. Gate. Like, if you encounter a pig in the field, there's no reason that that is going to be a fight against pigs. Hi, Pixel. It sure is, basically. There's nothing in the code that says when you fight a field enemy pig that will take you to a battle against pigs. So what we've got here in room F, which is a room with an enemy. It is just an enemy. Oh, that's not. That's a rainbow. That's a rainbow. There we go. This guy right here, pig actor. Good old ads. There he is, pig. I should have a variant called Poggle, and he's just the exact same, but he's pogging. He's making a pog face. I was thinking that there could be a fun little merchant, a pig merchant, kind of an underhanded-looking pig merchant in a seedy area, and he could be called. We could call him some variant of. Somehow mesh swine and swindle to make like Swindle the pig, and then boom, you got a memorable character there. Give him an interesting hat, a little bit of a some kind of text tick in the pig's airship base that they have, of course. Pigtail. It's just you're exactly the same, but there's a little pigtail. That's it. That's literally it. So let's see here. So how? All right, encounter zone is what? Here we go. Encounter code. The encounter zone is what sends you into a battle. Yeah, scene manager, start battle. Which in turn loads the battle scene. Which in turn has a battle manager under it. And the battle manager is currently what loads the enemy types, but that's just hard-coded in. We've just been hard-coding that. That's a great point, Al. Right off screen, the entire party canonically gets naked just off camera, and they never acknowledge it, but you, the player, know that the only way that they could have changed outfit is that they all simultaneously had to get naked. That is how the genre works. It's an unfortunate truth that let us never forget that in the official Nintendo title, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, that Peach canonically had to get naked at a minimum 2 times. Up to 6, I think. Yes, once while invisible, where she then had to actually be walking around naked, invisibly, but they made a point. They went out of their way. There was no reason that Nintendo had to say that she couldn't, like, oh, well, you know, yeah, the potion, it's fine. It makes your clothes invisible too, and we're not even going to question it. And that's it. But no, they had to pause the scene there and say, oh, I'm sorry, Princess Peach, but it didn't make your dress invisible. So, you know, sorry, as the writer of the game, I don't make the rules. Yeah. It's weird. As much as I like TTYD, it's got some weird stuff. Yeah. It's like, that's not for anybody else. That doesn't add anything to the scene at all. All right. So, we need a way to take the encounter zone here. Delete. Let's keep encounter zone. Okay, so the idea is that right here, encounter zone on the player has an encounter code. Where are we gonna keep? I guess this is as good a place as any to translate an encounter code to a, like, maybe start battle accepts a list of enemies as enemy types. Yeah, they actually made it more clear in the remake that it is very much like a mouthpiece, as though on a inflatable pool toy. Slav makes a great point. That would have made a lot more sense. Why did Nintendo not write the game that way? I don't know. Yes, Galaxy was Wii. Yeah, let's have start battle accept a list of enemies. Okay, so we're gonna have enemy list. And we're going to say if encounter code equals this, then enemy list equals this. And that's going to be the idea. All right, and then start battle needs to now accept an enemy list. All right, definitely Indiana Jones right there. That's a hard parody. You gotta be careful there, Gex. Enter the Gecko for the Nintendo 64. You're getting a little bit close to plagiarism territory. They're like very clearly like following the exact line of the melody, and then like, oh, we changed it up a little bit at the end, so it's not the same song. All right, so current scene is going to be the battle scene. So then we have to grab the battle manager. Wait, do we? Is battle manager an auto load? Let me check that. If so, it is not. Okay, that is fine. Battle manager, yes. And then we can just say battle manager dot enemy list equals enemy list. I don't know exactly. So right here, this is where it happens. So we need to temporarily paste that in. So do we want to do, yeah, do we really want to do with enemy directory, or do we want to pass in the strings? Good old Mario. Mario Power Tennis. I guess we can do it by the key. Oops. Like that. And then start battle, enemy list, on scene manager, receives enemy list. That's just going to be a pass through into the battle manager. And then the battle manager. I never played Sonic Colors. I did play Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, however. We need, yeah, so this happens during initialize units. Oh, that happens immediately in the ready field. So, how does that work then? Does that happens as soon as we add it to the scene. So as long as we set it up first. I guess this can be our, here we go. That can be our default. Okay, so we do need to make sure that, oh, start battle. Start battle is going to, yeah, do that, and then, no. Add child. Okay, so I gotta do this. I gotta do it in this order. To move camera up. So it's more of a basic language that is a level lower than that. Some video game engines may not have a concept of a camera, or even up for that matter. Instead, you just have this very, very vague idea of there are objects that have properties. So you have a you have a chapstick. You have some object that can have properties such as a position, or a speed, or a rotation, or a color. But the exact properties are going to be different based on the engine that's used. For instance, some of the games that I've made did not even have a position property for some objects. But there's sort of this, I guess, mutual understanding between an engine and the people using it, like that they have to lay out up front. It's like, okay, so let's lay down some ground rules. We're using, here's the main properties that everything has. Everything's got a position, everything's got a rotation, everything's got, not everything has a speed, not everything has a color, and you kind of start from those basics and work your way through. Gex was a weird game. As I'll get out, it starts much simpler. Like when you're learning these things, you start with much simpler ideas. I've heard mixed things about Gex. You know how I like to champion bad games? Gex was really bad. That's a great point, Lag. Yeah, even the idea of what is up, it depends, and so you may get it wrong if you just guess. That's why a lot of engines will kind of introduce you to these things if you go through kind of their initial tutorials. No, it was a it was not a good game. And I'm saying that as someone who defends Banjo-Tooie, Quest 64, Chameleon Twist, all the rest. I'll defend Mario All-Stars. Come at me, Germ Dove. All right. So we're gonna have, right, the script for the encounter. We're gonna have our base enemy, and if you fight a pig, then you will always fight a pig. 2 pigs. All-Stars is awesome, you're right. Okay, so let's just check to see if this, oh wait, nope, we're not done, We need to actually make it, hey, thank you for the follow, I appreciate that. All follows are anonymous, as they say. So right here, enemy types. So we're gonna take this enemy list. For enemy key in enemy list, var enemy type equals enemy directory dot get property, and then pass in the key. And we'll take our types and append that new enemy type. Okay, does that work? Can I get in a fight with some pigs? Can I get into a fight with some pigs over here? Come here, you. Give me 2 pigs. We got 2 pigs. Okay, next, give me a fight with anything else. Let's go to room M. Fight a giant ladybug. I do not have any giant ladybugs, unfortunately. All right, those guys don't actually have encounter zones associated with them. They're going to be part of a cinematic. But this guy, that's the guy we just fought. A regular size ladybug. All right, this guy right here. Give me 1 pig. Nope, we just win. Okay. Because enemy list is empty by default. Okay, not M, that was a terrible idea. Room G would have been a better idea. Okay, so now default battle is 1 pig. Yay, it works. It works. Incredible. So now we can have dynamic enemy sets. So now we don't need Battle Manager to manage our list of enemies anymore. Now it's Encounter Zone is the one. Or when we start that. 100 normal-sized ladybugs. Oh man, that's rough. All right. So we are going to set up our trial room code to add. Oh, this is gonna get tricky because I don't really have lots of different actors. Oh, good. I'm gonna have to add it to my planning document. At least half. It seems likely. Ooh, but okay. I'm just realizing now. Start battle. Here's where there is a possible issue. this idea I had about stronger enemies, how am I going to pass that in? How am I going to pass in an advanced version? Oh, I don't want to pass it in as a string. We'll probably pass it in as an object. Instead of just passing in the names of enemies, we'll pass in like an object that contains the enemy name as well as any additional properties like, okay, this is a mini-boss version. So that'll be a little bit tricky, but still doable. Okay, so how does this work? Is this guy going to have a patrol cycle? I guess so. How am I going to swap out the actor? Let's see if we can get a random pig versus snail enemy set up here. That's our goal. That is our goal here. He's gonna have a small patrol cycle, I guess. All right. So let's just drag and drop this guy right into here. Let's give him a container. Enemy. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Where is he? You may be wondering. Well, there he is. Somewhere. He's down there. Okay, now I'm even more confused. Where is he? Where are you? Immediately fighting you. Are you invisible? Nope, you're there. Okay, interesting. All right, let's get you out of here. Let's get a different one. Let's get the pig from room F. What is this? I don't remember a lot of Gex 64. Why does he not have his... It's so weird. I mean, it's fine, but it's weird. It's a very weird game. Is this rotated? This is rotated. Oh, geez, so is this rotated? Boy, everything's just rotated around here. What kind of rotation is this, then? 7 degrees. Oh, I know what game had good music. There was also... It's not a bad game, either. Let's see here. Oh man, this game had a lot of music too. Is Mac watching? Always. So let's see. This needs to be the whole zone. Oh, whoops. Okay, so we want to hide this. And then the patrol zone can just be right around here-ish. always. Okay, so that should be fine for that. All right. Does this give us a pig? It's gonna be right on top of me again. Yeah, it's gonna be right on top of me again. So move this guy over here. There we go. There's our pig. Does he chase? Yes, he chases pretty far, right? Right. All right, cool. And that's double pig because that's his. Why is that double pig? Oh, because his encounter code. It's a little loud, actually. Wait, what was the music like in this game? I don't remember there being music, like, at all. I'm sure I've heard the music, but okay. So can we swap out the actor? I mean, obviously we can. Enemy actor. And then we have to also update the encounter zone. So this is going to be very script heavy on the trial manager. Okay, so let's just pull it in this way. Pull that in. The actor. The encounter zone. All right, so on ready, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a separate function that's going to be set up enemy encounter. Yes, there is a leveling system. It actually already works. You get to choose what benefit you get from leveling up. Could be more health, could be more room for modules, could be more energy. That's it. Those are the only things. That's all. That's all of them. The flower system. Ah, yes. Okay. I see. I love it. Okay, so we need to have a current floor, current room, I guess. Okay, so there will be some flowers that change color. Perhaps. Not that kind of flower, casual. All right, let's start with just a basic one, which is we're either going to do a pig or a snail. The tricky thing is I need the enemy actor to be different. I picked a game soundtrack that I hadn't thought about in years, and I don't remember what it sounds like at all, and this is it. So here we are. Let's all fall asleep. I love that. I love that for us right now. Yeah, I guess it should be based on the floor. Okay, the actor will probably be based on the enemy directory entry. So let's do it that way. That we're going to have a Grandmaster encounter directory. And it's going to look like this. maybe? Or should I do key value? Maybe key value. Pig easy. Pig 1. Equals. Oh, we need enemy directory in here. Bring back the battle manager. I need my enemy directory code. Get that in here. The type of enemy is enemy directory.piggle. And the actual battle is against one Piggle. No, probably not. Oh, you watched Mouthwashing. Dupu played that recently. Yeah, fun little tense suspense. All right, is this enough? Why is this erroring out of me? Because that's not how you do dictionaries in GDScript. You have to do equals, not colons. All right, so this is going to be how we build out our different encounters. You can fight maybe a pair of pigs, maybe 3 pigs, maybe more. Was it only? Oh, I haven't heard of that one. Piggle. Oh, it's called Piggle Balloon. Trial manager. Okay, so here we go. So now we got 3 different options of things we can get. 3 pigs. 3 hams will surely kill him. And then snail is an option. Okay, so here's what we got. We got encounter directory, gives us lists of encounters, but not tied to any floors. And then we have floor directory. This is going to be tied to specific floors, at least for now. Fortnite Friday, woohoo. And this is going to give us a list of possible encounters on each floor. So the first floor, you will be fighting against either Pig 1 combo, the Pig 2 combo, the Pig 3 combo, or perhaps the Snail 1 combo. That's the idea. So that's floor 1. And then floor 2 could be...
When I move into a new neighborhood, I'm legally required to notify my immediate neighbors that I am the reason that the McRib keeps coming back.
We're going to say current room index to make sure we know that it's 0 indexed. Hello, GQ. Let's see here. Encounter list is going to be floor directory sub current room index mod floor directory dot size, just so it loops properly. So that's going to give us a list of things. Then we're going to say selected encounter is encounter list dot random. Isn't that how you do it? Is it dot random from? Someone tell me. No, it's not. How do you do? All right, hold on. GD script random from a list is array dot pick random. Ah, it's pick random. Yeah, that is it. Confirmed. Somebody's gotta eat them. Waka waka. All right, so we select an encounter. And then based on that selected encounter, we will have an enemy type, which in turn has an actor. Pig random. Because you see. Actor scene directory is selected encounter dot enemy dot actor directory. This gives us which actor to load. Can we just swap that out? No, we do have to do add child. So we're gonna say new actor is instantiate that scene. So this is gonna load up a pig, but not add it to the world yet. Then we have to say, we have to do some kind of weird reparenting stuff. Enemy actor dot parent, get parent dot add child. Oh wait, I can just say enemy add sibling. Add the new actor. And then I want to reparent all of the original stuff, like the encounter zone and the patrol cycle. Children. For child in child.reparent to new actor, and then enemy actor can be freed, deleted. That's that. Straightforward. And let's just do that for now. Actually, let's make snail significantly more likely, just so I can see if we get a snail in here. That failed immediately. Enemy on base string right, because that's not the. Yeah, because then I have to do encounter directory. Selected encounter is pig1. So then I have to do that. Dot get select. Okay, do that. Give me a snail. Nope. Oh, uh-oh. Oh boy, something went really wrong there. Well, I don't actually know how this happened. That's a weird one. Cool. Let's take out this queue free and see if that does anything. Nope, still no good there. All right, let's not do the reparenting. Let's just add a pig to the scene. Okay, so we successfully added a pig. The pig does nothing. Although I wanted a snail. Yeah. All right, good. So this much is working at least. But then reparenting everything to the new actor, that is not working. Not one bit. Why is that? How about this? Print, tell me what you are trying to do here. Let's go from there. All right, what objects were there? There was the collision shape. Yeah, I guess I don't want that, huh? I guess I specifically want the encounter zone and the patrol cycle. Which we can do that. Dot get node. Just move over the encounter zone and the patrol cycle, and also delete the original. I'm just trying to replace one actor with another. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's something. That's something. Okay. New actor dot position equals enemy actor dot position. Let's move him over there. Okay. Oh, okay. He's got it. He's got it. That's good. That's good. All right. Now, the next problem is the actual encounters here. Encounter code. So encounter code is meant to be a generic, you are going to fight something in the realm of this difficulty. So the idea is that if you keep running into the same enemy in the overworld, in the field, you might get a different battle each time from a handful of possibilities. So you walk into that pig in the first scene, you might face off against 2 pigs, maybe 3, maybe 1 pig and 1 pig with a helmet, some combination of enemies. And that is what encounter code represents. I guess I could have... these be encounter codes, pig 1, pig 2, pig 3, snail 1, but just have them specific to then the only thing weird is like this right here. This blob is pretty useless. Maybe not. Maybe not. Instead of saying enemy, let's say actor. No, it's enemy type. But it would make more sense, at least, for us to have a special encounter directory for the tower. Delete all these, or not delete, but you know, let's just clear out all this excess. Okay, so encounter zone is where we were thinking of putting this this block of code here, of this list of, if you encounter an enemy with this code, that translates to this list of enemies in combat. And we can have some kind of random system there of pick randomly between this, and this. That doesn't get me everything I need exactly. It's like I kind of want more direct access to the battle manager. But maybe not. Maybe not. So, yeah, the trial manager definitely needs closer access to it. Because it needs to be able to ramp up enemy difficulty sometimes. Like, say, give me this set of enemies, but also bump up health by this much, or bump up offensive capabilities by X. So there needs to be some ability to add in a list of flags somewhere. Which would make sense for like this block to be passed in. In which case, it's not the encounter code. Encounter zone could have, instead of just encounter code, have encounter details as a dictionary. And instead of start battle with enemy list, we start battle with encounter details. And then encounter details becomes more in depth. Like this. So we make it a more complex object that we can actually pass some useful information around it. Enemy keys. Yeah, I actually like this a lot better. Enemy keys equals enemy keys. Okay, then we pass in the encounter details, and then the battle manager reads enemy keys there. Perfect. And then later on, we can also read in extra information like, oh, not only is this a face-off against the following 4 opponents, but also special flag enabled from Tower of Trials that says these enemies need to be buffed by X steps. I like that a lot better. Yeah, that works out nicely. And so then encounter code. So encounter details. There are going to be 100 trials in Dabbletails. Oh, more than that. More than that. Okay. If encounter details... How do you check for empty dictionary? I guess you can't, so we're just going to go with null. If we haven't already filled in the encounter details from something else, then do it this way. $1,000 trials. It is an infinite trials. Well, there's going to be 2 modes. There's going to be one that's just 100, and there's going to be one that is unlimited. Go until you die. Go for a high score, nothing else. Okay, I like this. And now, Trial Manager can hook in to the encounter zones, encounter details. And say that that equals, okay. right, so now we got that. How many worlds will Dabble have to explore? There are tentatively going to be, I think, 8 chapters. Could be 7, could be 8. We will see. All right, this looks better. All right, so now we should be getting a random encounter. One of these 4, 3 pigs or a snail. Did not like encounter zone. Because that property name changed. All right, so we got a snail, so we should be encountering 2 snails exactly. Failed. Enemy list. Start battle. Oh, because enemy, right. The go-between. The go-between. There's no more enemy list. It is now enemy, no, it's now encounter details. Remove it, we're transferring over to the new system here. And so the go-between also needs to manage that. Yeah, cool. Here we go. Here we go. What do we roll? What do we roll? Snail again. Double snail. Show me 2 snails. Good. All right. Show me something different. Show me a pig. Maybe pig. Still a snail. All right. Not totally loving that. What's going on there? Why are we just getting snails? There's a pig. We were just lucky, I guess. 3 pigs. Okay. It's working. Another snail. I'm gonna chalk that up to some random seed shenanigans. 2 pigs. Oh, we got it. It's working. All right, we're getting random battles here. All right. Perfect, perfect. So, Trial Manager, let me show you guys, because this is actually an interesting little system that you may not know. Well, gosh, this doesn't have it. Anytime I'm ever trying to look up TTYD stuff, I can never find a good system or a good. Okay, unfortunately, Fandom has it. All right. So here we go. This is how TTYD's pit works. Is every floor has apparently up to 3 to 4 separate possible sets of battles. TTYD, Thousand Year Door, The Thousand Year Door, Paper Mario on GameCube, which is the major inspiration for the game. Welcome in, Prosto. So one of the crucial locations of the game is basically a marathon battle set where you go through 100 floors where about 80 to 90% of them have enemies. But it's not always the same setup. So when you hit each of these enemies to fight them, the specific fight will be different each time. There are different random combinations, and we're kind of building a similar system to that. Wherein yeah, actually, a lot of these look the same, weirdly. Huh. Wonder if that's... yeah. Huh, neat. Anyway, the idea being that different floors will have different combos of enemies that you might be fighting off against. And we're going to have like 100 of these. But where we're going to kind of steer a little bit different is we're going to have a different version of our Tower of Trials, which is infinite. You're not after getting to a specific floor, you're just trying to go as far as you can without losing. We're going to try for a Hades-like system wherein you get to choose the reward for the next room. So somehow or another, or either for the next room, maybe immediately. But the idea is that after a fight, you'll get a choice of treasures. You won't know exactly what they are, but you will know the category of the treasure. So currently, the categories that I've got planned out is you're gonna have 3 chests to choose from when you clear. I'm guessing maybe after like every 5 fights, 4 or 5 fights, you'll get a mini treasure, which is gonna be either an item. Could be something to heal you, could be something you could use offensively, could be something to buff, who knows, but somehow you're an item. A module. I think maybe a full-on module is not super overpowered in an infinite pit setup, because some of those will stack. And for anybody who hasn't been keeping up with the development of this game, that's the badges, the badge system, which already works nicely enough. And then the third option is your collectibles, like your coins or some kind of other currency that you can spend on useful items throughout the run. So you can either choose to just straight up get an item, or maybe save up some money. Maybe that'll be useful eventually. You'll also be getting some money from battles, like a little bit. So, And then at major floor levels, we're going to award larger prizes. In the Infinite Pit, this is going to be things like unlocking one of your partners or unlocking a major move, some kind of big upgrade. So I think that's gonna be good. We will occasionally sprinkle in a rest room where it gives you not a save, but maybe an option, like a shop, maybe an option to spend some of your collectibles or sell off stuff for not very much. And then, yeah, you just keep working your way. You keep leveling up as you go. And then bosses. We got to do mini boss. We got to do mini boss system. Wow. Okay, we're not doing the mini boss system, I guess. You were just waiting for that, weren't you? Just been waiting for it. 2 in 1 night. Unbelievable, first of all. He kept checking. Great. All right, well, at least let me, let's at least get, oh my goodness. Let's get the game up at least. That's not loud enough. Well, I do appreciate that. All right, getting on the bike again for the second time tonight. My calves are going to be unstoppable. Oh, casual. I need to build out the controller support soon, which won't be hard in Godot, because it's basically just a few clicks of setup to say not only does W move up, but also up on the stick moves up. Need to get in-game audio controls. That's going to be another screen on the pause menu. We need a whole settings panel. That's not going to be too bad. Especially because I'm just straight up not doing mouse support. The game is keyboard or controller. That's it. There's no reason to play this game with a mouse. It's really going to be a controller-first game. That is designed around controller, not around keyboard. You can play it on keyboard, but it's more enjoyable with the controller. That's it. That's all there is to it. I think plan for Sunday will be we'll work on the mini boss system, which is just going to be that we can have a buffed version of a regular enemy that's going to be physically larger. That owl. I do need to decide if real bosses will show up in the tower. I'm thinking probably not. Most of the in-game story bosses are so specifically there. And in some cases will be kind of like leveraging a partner that you got that chapter, encouraging strategizing with your new friend. And so it wouldn't make much sense for them to show up in a random walk dungeon where you might not even have access to that partner. It could be very unfair. All puzzle bosses. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, that's kind of the idea, casual, except they're mostly just going to be beefed up regular enemies. Like, I'm not going to make new... What? Oh, well, that's it. Good luck. Go on. Go on. No ways. Maybe it's all punctuation. Good guess, Germ Dove. Yay! Good job, Casual. You figured it out. I'm gonna guess that in my dictionary of items, there's just a blank. Just a copy-paste error that left a blank. That is very silly, though. Oh, actually, that is something, Casual, that I will say is we do need a generic battle music for a stronger foe. Super Mario RPG had, I think, 6 different songs that could show up in battles for the entire game. And 3 of them only showed up once ever. So really, throughout the game, you had not just a rearrangement. It would be okay for it to allude musically to the regular battle music, but it should definitely be its own thing. Mini-boss music. That's right, Al. So Mario RPG had regular battle music, which you would hear hundreds of times throughout a playthrough. You had mini-boss music, which you could hear that like 1 or 2 times per chapter. And then boss music, it was always the same boss music, which showed up like, I guess, 7 or 8 times in the game. Maybe more than that. And then you had the Culex boss music, Smithy Phase 1, Smithy Phase 2. That was it. Those were the only enemies that got unique music. So in this, so far, it's looking like it's going to be every boss gets unique music. But I don't think every mini boss should get unique music. Sometimes there should be just, hey, this battle is notably harder. It's not a boss, but we're going to change up the music just to indicate that somehow this fight is more important than just a regular encounter. And also, it'd be very nice to use that music for the tower when you are fighting a souped-up normal enemy. That's a good point. Yeah, it's just going to be a shared boss fight song. That would be, yeah, I'm down with that. Having a different field music for the tower. I don't even remember if, I guess Pit of 100 Trials probably had some kind of different music going on. Is that in scope? Random content generation makes it possible. We will string together 5 random notes and then loop them indefinitely. Yeah. Sunday's plan, we're gonna work on mini bosses and maybe the random treasure. That would be fun. The set 100 floor tower will not have random treasure. It will be very specific treasures. There you go. Nintendo does it. And I want to put shortcuts in. Like, if you've made it to floor 60, then you should be able to start at floor 10. Not floor, room, whatever. Like, if you're at the level in the game where you're making it through to floor 60, the first 10 fights should not present any threat at all. They're just a time waster. I believe in the remake of Thousand Year Door, they set it up that after you cleared the pit, you could pay like a few hundred coins to skip to floor 50. Oh yeah, some dev exits. Alright, less than a minute left on the bike. Maybe we'll even do some texturing and pretty up the tower next time. It's going to be one room, but why not make it actually just more interesting than just that? I wasn't going to say anything. Not a word. Oh, my old man legs. All right. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the bot code for mini games. What's going on with that Factorio? Oh, actually, let's listen to. Can I put this on loop easily? We haven't even started this area. We're a long way from starting this area. But wouldn't it be cool? Jesus, loud. There we go. Hot off the presses. Okay, TwitchBot. Minigame service. No. Word game service. All right, where is it? There it is. Sure enough. Sure enough. Oh, did I bump it? Plug it back in. Confirm. Yeah, it looks good. Okay. All right. Yeah, sure enough. Oh, there's a few. There's a few ones here. After Cliff Explosives, Quality Module 3, Prometheum Asteroid Chunk. I bet it's the places where I bet that's all the places where there was like a page break in the big list of Factorio items. All right, there we go. Stream derailment complete. Oh. Willow got a shout out in the new video as well, in a sense. Thanks, Willow. You did, sort of. You definitely popped up. All right, I'm done. We're done here. We're done here. Nah, I don't think I want to get started on new stuff now. I think we've got a good idea of where we're heading for next stream. And so I think it'll be nice to start fresh and dive right into it. So next time it will be mini bosses, randomly generated mini bosses. We're not going to code any new attacks or enemies. What is this? It's a good question. It's your level, Al. Let's see here. No Germ Dove stream tonight. What if? What if? No, he's not gonna have. No, he's gonna be muted. Okay, never mind. Let's see. Anybody? Show me recommended. Nope. Check for Maker streams. Don't know you. No, none of you. No, I don't think we're doing a stream raid. Tomorrow is Saturday. I guess they're gonna be doing the Kaizo race. So keep an eye out for that. Other than that, next stream will be Sunday. We already know what we're going to be working on. Got a good framework built out. We're going to make it happen, do some cool stuff. That's it. Everyone, have a wonderful night. Check out the new video if you haven't. Link is in the Discord. I'll stream tomorrow. I bet it's going to be some Elden Ring. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be fancy? All right. It's going to be fun. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next time.